G'day guys, Down Under Dad here, continuing my series of looking at my best favourite ultimate free mobile device games, and top of the table, top of the charts, number one, without a doubt, Clash Royale. Let's dive in without mucking around, have a good look at what's involved in Supercell's mega hit, which come off the back of Clash of Clans. The characterisation, the artistry, the sound effects, the engineering, the depth, the continued involvement is all a credit to everyone involved. So you collect these cards, you put them into decks. Each of the cards has different costs, strengths, weaknesses, abilities, and then you work towards one by one tackling opponents in a battle arena to try and take down their towers. All of these cards are all different levels and different things waiting for you to unlock, and then you get to put them together as suits your playing style. A common type of gaming format, I suppose, but gee, excuse me, Supercell do it in a way that just sucks you in. I've been playing for nearly 4 years. Let's have a look around. You can see you collect chests, you open them up, you get some coins, you get some cards. I've got a few other slots there, now 3. We can start the silver chest underway. That's your battle screen. There's a couple of party modes that are sort of, you know, your shits and giggles type game modes, and the community online is huge. There's a full esports setup and an entire animated series, as well as crazy advice out there, similar to this video, I suppose. We all just love the game so much. You can dive into a clan, join up to 50 of fellow like-minded Clash Royale enthusiasts. We can fire out a bit of a trade to swap my legendary cards via a token that I acquired along the way. Don't really want another Sparky. Maybe we'll go with the log. The log is a card that I've got in a couple of my decks that takes out ground troops in a little bit of a single hit. I'm not too keen on Ice Wizard or Ghost King or Graveyard or those sorts of cards. I'm not very good at using them, actually. So let's confirm the trade, send it out to our clan mates, see if someone takes a nibble and wants to do a swapsy. And that's the beauty of it. You can build in the way that suits you best. I love this game. I cannot believe that I have had a single game keep my attention for so long. Lots of different game modes, as you can see there, tournaments, but it really is about the straight up battles. Here's some of my stats. You can see how crazy it is in terms of never having played a game for this long or as often. Many hours, many years of enjoyment. I've never spent a cent on it. I almost feel guilty for it. Maybe I should flick them some money. But let's have a look. This is a battle. It does a great job of matching up. I've got Anarchy 99. Formidable opponent, no doubt, but we're both on level 13. It's always tough at this level, but I kind of miss those days of building up through the earlier stages, but every game is an arm wrestle, and you're just looking for a slight advantage when you're at this top level, level 13, because it's given me a little bit of an emoji as I show you that you can throw your snowballs around, but look at this. So that's a strong start. There's that log we were talking about. I'll try and take out some ground-orientated troops there, but the wizard onto the Valkyrie. So it's extraordinary to look at how you can set things up. It's almost like poker in the way that you can bluff. You can look at your opponent's tendencies, patterns, trends, and try and counteract, counterattack, even combat the ways that you think they're going to go with how they play their cards. So let's explain what's actually going on here, because it's probably a bit confusing if you've never seen it before. Along the bottom, we have an elixir bank. It goes up to 10 and it fills at the same rate as your opponent. You can't see your opponent's cards or your opponent's elixir tank. Mine's up to about 4 there, the purple along the bottom. I can only play cards that I can afford. All cards cost elixir. So as it fills up, it allows me to play different cards. I guess the thinking being that the more powerful, better cards cost more elixir. So look at that log. Just took out the entire skeleton army as well as half of that Valkyrie, which is going to do some damage before I can save up again. But that's the game. How and who can use the elixir most efficiently to overcome the strengths of their opponent. And that is one of the most enjoyable and adventurous parts of the game as a whole, is exploring what the strengths of each of these cards are and which ones bring you the most success, but also the most joy and entertainment. I mean, I'm a big fan of not trying to win everything and just trying to have a great time. And I think there's certain cards that I love. Rage is my number one card. I think that's basically puts down a circumference or a radius of crazy elixir overdrive, similar to Clash of Clans, and puts all the cards in the vicinity on steroids. So I'm a big Rage fan. Then I love the Hog Rider. Then I love probably Arrows. Arrows is a great card as well. I wish I had some arrows right now to put on that minion horde, but we had a snowball instead. So it's really fascinating to come to terms with all of the different ways that the game is played. So I'm not looking too good in this one. Look, there's 20 seconds left. I'm probably well behind, I'd say, with no elixir in the bank. And now my Mega Knight's gone, thanks to his or her Valkyrie. Here they come, Skeleton Army Valkyrie again. I don't know that the Crackerjack's going to be enough, especially now that the Miner came across against my backs. They'll probably take that Princess Tower down pretty soon, and that's the point of the whole game. There's two side Princess Towers, and you're trying to whittle down the health or the bar of each of those to a point where they get destroyed, and whoever destroys the most towers when the time runs out is the winner. In this instance, you can see neither of us, when the time ran out, had destroyed a tower on the side. You're not really going to get to the King Tower in the middle. So the game continues into a 2-minute overtime, and until, it's sudden death. So until somebody does what my opponent just did and takes out one of the towers. So that's a 1 crown to a 0 victory for them. Good game, well played. But let's go again. Let's load up, see if we can't get a W and see if we can get a win on the board to show you what it's about. I think I'll go back to maybe a deck that I'm a bit more familiar with. I've got them all loaded up in the 5 slots. This third deck's a bit of fun. The Golem's a good card. I was running with my 5th deck and I'm not too keen. Or I shouldn't say that. I'm not as familiar with that deck as I am with this one. So I'm talking the talk. Let's see if we can walk the walk. We'll chuck the Skeleton Balloon out there, which I didn't know I had in both decks. So there you go. See if we can do a little bit of damage on the tower there, which we can. That's my second favourite card in action there, Hog Rider. I've got an Inferno Dragon on that, which will take a little bit, but then ramp things up. And getting to know these cards, it's such a fun part of playing Clash Royale, and especially without having to fork out any serious money. If you've got the willpower not to buy the gems and not to buy the cards and things like that. So with the Golem doing its damage, you can see it's a real tank of a thing. It's difficult to take down. That's not a bad start. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. We've got 4 elixirs still in the bank, enough to put down another one of those Skeleton Balloons. A bit of an air attack. Sometimes the aerial cards are a little bit more difficult to defend against because those ground troops don't have an effect on them. But this opponent, not surprisingly, at this level of level 13, pretty set up to combat all of the things that I might throw at them. But I'm feeling the nerves, folks. Hopefully you get my good luck charm, because I am sensing as though I need to get a win here. So forgive me if I concentrate while I try and talk. But I do like this deck. It gives you a good mix of, heavy hitting elixir, high cards, airborne stuff. Oh, okay, that balloon is a good example. You can see down the bottom, I don't really have an aerial card available with the elixir that I've got apart from that Inferno Dragon. So we better keep that Inferno Dragon up our sleeve for if they play the balloon rage combo again. We've got that there to be able to take it down. All right, let's switch to the other side. We took down the tower, they took down the tower, so it's 1-1 at this stage with 1 minute and 8 seconds left on the clock. Skeleton Balloon does half damage as the Valkyrie tries to take out some of those. They'll probably throw something to go with these two. We'll see what that is. My thinking right now is I've got to get another Golem onto the field of play somewhere to switch things back my way. Oh, I wanted to put that Skeleton Army onto that Hog Rider, but I couldn't with the Valkyrie right there. Well played by them. Okay, let's have a pretty strong push here. We'll see if we can take down those elite barbarians and their Inferno Dragon, and then get this Golem on the playing surface. So we've got 6, 7, here comes the 8. We've got enough for the Golem. Let's just absorb this mini push, and now let's do it. Let's drop it. 8 elixir, bam, right in the middle of the arena. It will drift over to that left tower. Wizard's not a bad setup for them. Okay, so the balloon, we've got the Inferno Dragon at our disposal. We'll put that right in its way, knowing that it's going to take it down. The Golem's done the job on their Princess Tower, and we've done enough to defend with that Inferno Dragon, knowing that they were going to be pretty keen to play that balloon at some point on our left-hand side after it was so successful. We'll distract those elite barbarians with a Skeleton Army, and that's enough to get the job done. So a 2-1 victory our way. Finally, I got to show you what it's like when you get a win, and we scored a golden chest out of it as well as a little bit of coin. So golden chest is an 8-hour unlock. What we can do is spend some gems to unlock the silver, speed things along a little bit, and then get the 8-hour wait underway for the gold chest, which has bigger rewards. The best way to get rewards is to join up with a clan. But you can see there, we've added to our gold. We've got 365 gems up the top. Here's all my little profile achievements and stats and things, including my 3-year badge. What's that? 6,000 plus wins and 3,500 plus 3-crown wins and over, oh goodness, 50,000 donations. Look, Clash Royale, get involved, especially if you love a good, free, quick, dive in, dive out, while you're putting your shoes on, getting ready for work type game. It's super deep. It's fun characters. It's great sound effects. You can see here, I've never been up past Master 3, but with all the different versions and the ways you can play, you will love it.